fading colors, soft amber slipping through the blinds. You brushed the rain from off your sleeves and left the cold night far behind. The old clock moved a little slower while your footsteps crossed the room, and the silence by the fire began to feel less like a wound. After all the restless highways and the years I could not hold, your quiet voice beside the kettle felt warmer than the coming cold. I'll imagine us when evening waited, just to keep your shadow close to mine. Two warm souls beneath the twilight, listening to the last train pass outside. I think the world grew soft around us, like autumn settling through the trees. So if the fading road keeps turning, would you walk these later years with me? Your hands rested near the window while the dust gleamed on the glass. The firelight touched your tired features like it knew what we had passed. I have lived through empty mornings and long winters without sound, but something in your gentle stillness made this old house feel safe somehow. Maybe time was never careless, maybe every storm and rain led me slowly to this moment where your name and mine remain. I'll imagine us when evening waited, leaves drifting softly through the air. You beside me in the half-light, with silver gathering in your hair. And when the fire grows faint and smaller, and the night turns deep and blue, if the last light stays a little longer, could I spend the rest with you? The world no longer feels so heavy when your coat hangs by the door. Even quiet has a heartbeat I can rest beside once more. I'll imagine us when evening waited, porch light glowing through the rain. Two old chairs beside the window, watching dusk return again. I think the years were always guiding every lonely road I knew to this slow and steady comfort of growing older next to you. And the evening waited just long enough for me to find you. Quiet hands around the teacup caught the last of the fading gold. Outside the evening moved through old trees, slow and careful in the cold. The The window carried traces of rainlight. Your low voice softened the room. We said nothing for a long while. Still somehow the silence bloomed. Could you stay a little longer, until the porch light starts to glow? You feel like a road I wandered, without knowing where it goes. I'll imagine these worn out evenings, turning gentle year by year. You beside the fire in winter, your coat hanging quietly near. I think I could rest in this stillness, where the world no longer runs. After all this time you found me, like the last warm touch of sun. So let me remain in your quiet, where the amber shadows move. Would you walk these fading seasons, until the final light comes through? There were nights I carried loneliness, like an old coat against the rain. Years of speaking through half-open doors, learning how to live with pain. But the dusk feels different lately, ever since you called my name. Even the tired wooden hallway doesn't echo quite the same. I'll keep the kettle warm beside you when the winter settles in, and trust the years were always turning slowly, quietly toward this evening. If the cold comes early someday, if the fire burns down low, I'll still reach for your tired fingers, like a place my heart can go. After all the restless highways, after every closing door, time did not forget to lead me to this quiet evermore. I'll imagine us by the window, watching autumn lose its light. Your sleepy eyes beneath the twilight, the room breathing soft and wide. I think the years were always waiting to bring me where you are. After all this time you stayed here, like a faithful evening star. So let me rest beside your silence, where the old days lose their weight. Would you walk these final seasons, and meet the dusk with me each day? The fire grows small between us, still your warmth remains somehow. After all this time you feel like home to me now. Your quiet hands around the teacup, soft steam fading through the room. Outside the tired trees were swaying beneath the cold November moon. The wooden floor complained so gently as you crossed the fading light, and something in your careful silence made the evening rest a while. After all the roads behind me, after seasons lost to rain, I could feel the years grow softer, hearing you say my name. I'll imagine us beside the window, watching embers settle on the street. You in that worn out coat of winter, firelight dancing at your feet. I think the night became less lonely the moment you leaned close to me. So if the last light stayed a little longer, would you walk these quiet years with me? Your voice stayed warm against the silence, like a porch light in the cold. The kettle sang between our breathing while the house and dusk grew old. I have carried so many winters through the weight of empty rooms, but your eyes beneath the fading gold felt like somewhere to return to. Maybe time was always leading every tired step somehow to this slow and steady comfort, sitting here with you now. I'll imagine us beside the window, autumn resting softly on your hair, two shadows moving through the twilight, like we were always meant to meet there. And when the fire becomes only embers and the evening sky turns blue, if the last light stayed a little longer, could I spend what's left with you? The years no longer feel so heavy when your footsteps cross the hall. Even silence sounds much kinder when your name is in it all. I'll imagine us when winter finds us, still sharing quiet after rain, your hand resting close beside me while dusk settles once again. I think the world grew slow and gentle, just enough for us to see. After all this time and weather, you were where the years led me, and the last light stayed a little longer on you and me. The window held the fading gold across the wooden floor, your quiet coat beside the fire felt like it had been here before. We let the kettle cool between us while the winter touched the pane, and your low voice in the half-light made the room feel warm again. The old trees moved beyond the porch light, slowly in the evening blue. After all the roads behind me, I somehow ended here with you. I have walked through colder seasons than these tired hands can say, but your silence beside my shoulder makes the dark feel far away. I'll imagine one more evening with your shadow next to mine, the amber sky resting softly on the wrinkles time designed. I think I could grow old listening to the fire and your breathing too. So stay here while the night comes slowly. Would you share these quiet years with me? Your careful hands around the teacup held the last light from the day, and the autumn wind outside us carried all the noise away. I no longer need the thunder or the burning kind of flame, just the comfort of your footsteps returning softly through the rain. The years were only leading me here, to this warm and gentle room, where your tired eyes beside me make the winter feel less blue. I have lost and I have wandered through more nights than I can name. Still your voice beneath the twilight calls me home again and again. I'll imagine one more evening, walking slowly by your side, fallen leaves along the old road, golden in the fading light. I think the seasons kept your place here long before we ever knew. So stay beside me through the cold air. Would you walk the final dusk with me? Maybe love was never shouting, maybe it was always this, two worn souls beside a window, sharing quiet like a hymn. And after every restless winter, after every empty room, time still carried me so gently to this firelight with you. I'll imagine one more evening, after all the years are gone, your warm breath within the stillness, like a slow and faithful song. I think I finally found the harbor that my wandering heart searched through. So stay until the last light softens. Would you let me grow old with you? The night leaned softly on the window, and the fire burned low and true, still warm beneath the quiet darkness. One more evening with you. The cafe lights were turning amber against the early winter rain. Your scarf still carried traces of the cold out on the train. You brushed your hands around the teacup, like warming something more than skin. And your quiet eyes beneath the window let the evening slowly in. Outside, the old trees swayed in silence, their their shadows stretching through the square. But the room felt softer somehow, with your voice in the winter air. After all the noise and leaving, after years of closing doors, I did not expect this kind of calm to find me anymore. I'll imagine us beside the fire, while the frost leans on the glass, the last gold falling on your shoulders as another evening passes. I think I could grow used to this stillness, your footsteps moving slow beside me. So let me rest here in your quiet. Would you walk these colder years with me? The wooden floor beneath us creaking like an old familiar song. Neither one of us was searching, still somehow we stayed this long. Your laughter settled through the silence, gentle as the falling dusk, and the space between our tired hearts no longer felt untouched. I'll keep your name where the porch light glows, through every hot December wind, because the years were only leading me to this warm and weathered tenderness. Time moves slower near your shadow, like the night does not mind waiting, and every fading light around us feels less afraid of leaving. I'll imagine us beside the fire, while the frost leans on the glass, the last gold falling on your shoulders as another evening passes. I think I could grow used to this stillness, your footsteps moving slow beside me. So let me rest here in your quiet. Would you walk these colder years with me? If the snow arrives tomorrow, if the daylight leaves too soon, would you stay until the embers fade and the house falls soft and blue? Your low voice across the silence feels like somewhere I belong, like every winter I survived was trying to lead me home. I'll imagine us in fading weather, still beneath the twilight sky, your worn coat hanging by the doorway, while the fire burns low tonight. And when the world grows thin and distant, when the night turns deep and bare, will you stay beside this quiet heart, like your voice in the winter air? The window dimmed with evening snow, the kettle breathing low, and your voice remaining softly long after the wind had gone. The window held the fading gold across the wooden floor. Your quiet hands around the teacup made the cold feel less severe. Outside, the old trees swayed slowly in the early winter air. And something in your tired smile felt like I had been there before. After all the rushing years, after roads that led nowhere, your voice arrived so gently, like firelight in a darkened room. I'll imagine us beside the dusk, watching amber settle on the lake. Your coat beside mine in the evening wind, while the last train hums away. I think the years were guiding me through every lonely autumn night. Could you be the season that found me late? Will you walk the fading light with me? The porch light trembled softly as the rain began to slow. You leaned against the doorway like someone time refused to lose. No grand words between us, only silence growing warm. And the room became a shelter the moment you stayed near. I have carried empty winters, rooms that never felt like home, but somehow your low voice made the night feel smaller now. I'll imagine us beside the dusk, sharing quiet bread and coffee steam. Autumn resting on your shoulders like a memory finally at peace. I think the years were leading here to this slow and steady kind of light. Could you be the season that found me late? Will you stay when the fire grows small tonight? Maybe love was never meant to arrive in burning youth. Maybe it was always waiting past the noise, beyond the blue. And after all the storms we carried, all the doors we closed behind, the evening placed your hand in mine, as if it knew the way all along. I'll imagine us growing old and quiet, the winter air against the glass, your eyes holding the final gold long after daylight slips away. So let me rest here in your silence, where even loneliness feels kind. Could you be the warmth I come home to? Will you walk these remaining seasons with me? The fire settled into amber, the night moves slow beyond the trees, and your voice stayed in the winter air, like a place the years return to. coat slowly, like someone careful with the past. The room was filled with quiet breathing and amber light across the floor. Your tired hands around the teacup made the cold feel far from the door. After all the noise behind us, after roads that led nowhere, your silence in the dim-lit kitchen felt like something meant to stay there. I'll imagine us beside the fire while the autumn wind moves through the trees, your shadow resting close beside me, like the years brought you gently to me. I think the night became much softer the moment your eyes met mine. So would you sit here in this quiet until the fire grows small tonight? Outside, the last train crossed the darkness, leaving silver through the rain. Inside, your low voice near the window made the whole room warm again. I have carried lonely winters and evenings heavy as stone, but your footsteps on the wooden floor sounded strangely close to home. Maybe time was only waiting for our tired hearts to slow, for two souls worn by different seasons to finally share the cold. I'll imagine us beside the fire, watching fading gold along the wall. You with autumn on your shoulders, me forgetting loneliness at all. And when the night turns deep and distant and the air begins to blue, if the last light stays a little longer, could I grow old beside you? The world no longer feels so restless when your breathing fills the dark. Even silence holds a heartbeat when I know just where you are. I'll imagine us beside the fire, winter settling softly at the door. Two old chairs beside the window, not needing anything more. I think the years were always leading every wandering step somehow to this slow and steady comfort of sitting here beside you now, until the fire grows small. Stay here with me a little longer. The bus stop near the river was empty in the fading gold. Your hands were deep inside your pockets, against the early evening cold. The last train whispered through the distance, leaves moved softly at our feet, and your low voice beneath the twilight made the restless silence weak. We walked without a reason, past the old trees and shuttered stores. The dust kept leaning on your shoulders like it had known you before. And somewhere in that quiet weather, with the winter coming slow, I felt the years inside me settling like tired birds coming home. After all the roads behind us, after every place we've been, maybe hearts grow softer only where the quiet roads meet. I'll imagine us beneath the porch light while the evening settles down. The amber sky caught in your hair as the cold moves through the town. I think I'll picture all these small things, your footsteps keeping pace with mine. So let me stay beside your silence. Would you walk these later nights with me? The cafe windows glowed behind us, warm against the darkening blue. Your coat still carried drops of rainfall and the scent of winter too. You never filled the air with promises, you simply stayed when days grew thin. And somehow that became the closest thing to peace I've ever been in. I'll keep your name beside the fire where the fading light can rest, because the years were not just passing, they were leading to this tenderness. And every lonely road I wandered, every town beneath the rain, feels smaller now beside the comfort of hearing you say my name. Time moves slower near your shadow, like the dust does not want to leave, and all the cold we carried quietly finally starts to breathe. I'll imagine us beneath the porch light while the evening settles down. The amber sky caught in your hair as the cold moves through the town. I think I'll picture all these small things, your footsteps keeping pace with mine. So let me stay beside your silence. Would you walk these later nights with me? If the fire burns a little lower, if the winter comes too soon, would you sit beside me quietly in this dim and gentle room? Because your eyes in fading weather feel like somewhere I can rest, like all my wandering years were trying to bring me here at last. I'll imagine us when snow is falling, still beside the window light, your tired hands around the teacup while the world turns cold outside. And when the night grows deep and distant, when the last train disappears, will you remain where silence softens and the quiet road ends here? The wind moves slowly through the old trees, the porch light flickered gold, and the evening stayed between us like a story finally told. gentle hum beside the window, while the daylight folded slow. Your worn coat hung beside the doorway, like it had always known this home. The evening wind moved through the curtains, soft against the wooden floor. You said my name so quietly, the room felt restless no more. Your tired hands around the teacup held the last of autumn gold, and something in your steady silence felt like a place the years returned to. After all the crowded highways, after every winter storm, time led me through the fading light to somewhere gentle, somewhere warm. I'll imagine us beside the fire, listening to the cold outside, the amber sky resting on your shoulders, while the shadows slowly rise. I think I'll picture these quiet evenings, your low voice settling the dark. So let me stay where the light grows softer. Would you walk these later years with me? The old trees swayed beyond the porch light, like they understood our names, and the rain that gathered on the rooftop sounded softer when you came. Your silence never asked for answers, it only made the night feel kind. Like all the roads I wandered through were only trying to bring me here in time. I'll keep your laughter near the fire, where the winter air can't stay, and trust the years knew long before us we would meet this way someday. After all the restless seasons, after all that slipped away, the last light waited patiently to fall across your face. I'll imagine us beside the fire, listening to the cold outside, the amber sky resting on your shoulders, while the shadows slowly rise. I think I'll picture these quiet evenings, your low voice settling the dark. So let me stay where the light grows softer. Would you walk these later years with me? If the twilight comes a little sooner, if the winter reaches near, would you sit beside me still until the fire burns small and clear? Because your eyes in fading weather feel like somewhere I belong, like all this time was simply leading my tired heart back home. I'll imagine us beyond the autumn, still beneath the evening blue, the last gold resting in the window, turning softly over you. And when the world grows cold and distant, when the night becomes deep and thin, will you remain like the years returned again. The porch light trembling in the wind, your shadow next to mine, and the evening staying just a little longer. One more time.
Settled on your shoulders like falling gold through quiet trees. Your coat still carried traces of rain and cold wind from the avenue streets. We sat beside the kitchen window while daylight thinned across the floor. Tea grew still between our tired hands, neither of us needing more. After all the restless seasons and the nights that would not end, your low voice in the dimming room felt like somewhere I had been. I'll imagine autumn beside your name, leaves gathering softly around our years. You by the fire in the fading amber, your silence warmer than words appear. I think the dusk was waiting for us somewhere beyond the noise and time. So if the evening road keeps turning, would you walk the rest beside mine? Your footsteps cross the wooden hallway, slow enough to calm the dark. And the porch light through the window left gentle gold upon your arms. I have known rooms full of people, still colder than the winter air, but your quiet eyes at twilight made the whole night easier to bear. Maybe all the years behind us were only leading to this door. Two worn hearts learning slowly how to rest a little more. I'll imagine autumn beside your name, old trees bending in the evening wind, your hand resting close beside mine, like it always should have been. And when the fire grows small and distant, and winter reaches through the blue, if the last light stays upon us, could I spend these quiet years with you? The world no longer rushes through me when your breathing fills the room. Even silence sounds much softer underneath the amber moon. I'll imagine autumn beside your name, still glowing softly after rain. Two shadows leaning near the window, watching dusk return again. I think time became much kinder
moment your eyes met mine. After all this wondering whether you arrived just before night, and autumn stayed beside your name, like the last warm light before the cold came.
Rain had settled on the rooftop, like old thoughts refusing sleep. You stood quietly by the doorway, with autumn gathered at your feet. The room was dim except the firelight, flickering soft against your face. Something in your tired smile made the whole night slow its pace. After years of passing strangers and evenings colder than they seemed, your low voice across the silence felt kinder than my memory. I'll imagine us after the rainfall, walking slowly down the fading street, your hand brushing lightly past mine, while dust bends softly through the trees. I think the world grew warm around us, like fire returning to the cold. So if these quiet seasons keep turning, would you stay until we both grow old? Your coat still carried winter weather, and the scent of distant rain. We sat beside the fogged up window, watching headlights blur again. I have known the weight of empty houses and mornings hard enough to break, but your silence beside the teacup felt like something time would save. Maybe every storm I walked through, every road that led nowhere, was only time preparing me to finally find you here. I'll imagine us after the rainfall, porch light glowing through the blue, two shadows leaning near the doorway, like the years were guiding us to truth. And when the fire burns down to embers and the night air turns to snow, if your quiet eyes still find me, could I be the warmth you come home to? The wind outside no longer scares me when your footsteps cross the floor. Even silence feels less empty than any crowded room before. I'll imagine us after the rainfall, still sitting near the twilight glass, autumn sleeping on your shoulders, while another season softly passes. I think the years became much gentler the moment your hand rested
dusk lay softly on your shoulders, like autumn resting after rain. Your worn-out coat beside the doorway carried traces of the cold again. We said very little in the kitchen while the kettle breathed between our hands, and your quiet eyes across the firelight felt like something time had planned. Outside, the last train crossed the darkness, past the old trees near the road. But here the room stayed warm and golden, like a place my heart had always known. I have wandered through long winters, through empty rooms and restless years. Still your voice beneath the evening turns the silence into shelter here. I'll imagine us in twilight, growing older by this glow, your shadow moving near the window while the evening settles slow. I think the years were gently leading both our tired hearts right through to this quiet light between us, the light we came home to. The wooden floor remembered footsteps softly fading toward the hall, and your laughter in the half-light made the room feel safe and small. I no longer chase the thunder or the blaze that burns too bright, just your warm breath in the winter air and your hand beside mine at night. After all the roads behind us, after every season gone, somehow time kept one last porch light waiting for us all along. I have carried old tomorrows like stones beneath my skin, but your silence by the fire lets the softer days begin. I'll imagine one more autumn, leaves of amber at our feet, your low voice beneath the cold wind turning every dust to peace. I think the world grew slow enough now for two weathered souls to see that the warmth we spent our whole lives seeking was waiting quietly. Maybe love becomes much smaller than the dreams we used to chase, just a chair pulled close beside you and the last light on your face. And maybe all the years we carried, every wound and every bruise, were only roads that led us gently to this evening we could choose. I'll imagine us still sitting when the fire has fallen low, the winter air against the window and your hand I've come to know. I think I finally found the harbor after all the storms I knew, so stay with me until the darkness. Would you walk these quiet years through? The night leans softly through the curtains. The old house held a faithful hue, and there beneath the fading amber was the light we came home to. Coat by the doorway still carried traces of rain. The kettle hummed between us in the dim and amber shade. Outside, the late leaves wandered down the quiet evening street, while your slow voice crossed the silence, soft as tired footsteps home. I have known rooms full of people that somehow still felt cold, but your silence beside mine made the dark feel less alone. I'll imagine us beneath the dusk, watching winter gather at the glass, the fire resting low between our hands, while the old clock whispers past. I think the years were guiding me through every restless road I crossed. Could you stay until the last light fades, still warm beneath the dusk with me? The porch light touched your tired eyes like evening settling on the lake, and the lines time left upon your face felt gentle in the fading gold. No need for grand confessions, no thunder in the air, only your breath beside the window and the comfort of you there. After all the noise of younger days, after all the doors gone dark, your quiet way of staying feels like something built to last. I'll imagine us beneath the dusk, walking slowly through the autumn wind, your hand brushing softly against mine, like a promise without words. I think the years return me here, to this calm I never thought I'd find. Could you be the warmth I come home to? Will you walk these evening roads a while? Maybe love grows differently after seasons wear us thin, not sudden like a summer storm, but steady as a fire within. And after every lonely winter, every mile we carried through, the fading sky became a doorway leading quietly to you. I'll imagine us when snow arrives, the window silver in the night, your voice still low beside the fire, your shadow moving in the light. So let me rest here in your quiet, where the years no longer rush. Could you stay through all the coming cold, still warm beneath the dusk with me? The evening wind grew softer, the fire settled into gold, and somewhere in the falling night, our tired hearts let go of being alone. The window carried fading colors, soft amber slipping through the blinds. You brushed the rain from off your sleeves and left the cold night far behind. The old clock moved a little slower, while your footsteps cross the room. And the silence by the fire began to feel less like a wound. After all the restless highways and the years I could not hold, your quiet voice beside the kettle felt warmer than the coming cold. I'll imagine us when evening waited, just to keep your shadow close to mine. Two worn souls beneath the twilight, listening to the last train pass outside. I think the world grew soft around us, like autumn settling through the trees. So if the fading road keeps turning, would you walk these later years with me? Your hands rested near the window, while the dusk leaned on the glass. The firelight touched your tired features, like it knew what we had passed. I have lived through empty mornings and long winters without sound, but something in your gentle stillness made this old house feel safe somehow. Maybe time was never careless, maybe every storm and rain led me slowly to this moment where your name and mine remain. I'll imagine us when evening waited, leaves drifting softly through the air. You beside me in the half-light, with silver gathering in your hair. And when the fire grows faint and smaller, and the night turns deep and blue, if the last light stays a little longer, could I spend the rest with you? The world no longer feels so heavy when your coat hangs by the door. Even quiet has a heartbeat I can rest beside once more. I'll imagine us when evening waited, porch light glowing through the rain. Two old chairs beside the window, watching dusk return again. I think the years were always guiding every lonely road I knew, to this slow and steady comfort of growing older next to you. And the evening waited just long enough for me to find you. Quiet hands around the teacup caught the last of the fading gold. Outside the evening moved through old trees, slow and careful in the cold. The window carried traces of rainlight, your low voice softened the room. We said nothing for a long while, still somehow the silence bloomed. Could you stay a little longer, until the porch light starts to glow? You feel like a road I wandered without knowing where it goes. I'll imagine these worn out evenings turning gentle year by year. You beside the fire in winter, your coat hanging quietly near. I think I could rest in this stillness where the world no longer runs. After all this time you found me like the last warm touch of sun. So let me remain in your quiet where the amber shadows move. Would you walk these fading seasons until the final light comes through? There were nights I carried loneliness like an old coat against the rain. Years of speaking through half-open doors, learning how to live with pain. But the dusk feels different lately, ever since you called my name. Even the tired wooden hallway doesn't echo quite the same. I'll keep the kettle warm beside you when the winter settles in, and trust the years were always turning slowly, quietly toward this evening. If the cold comes early someday, if the fire burns down low, I'll still reach for your tired fingers like a place my heart can go. After all the restless highways, after every closing door, time did not forget to lead me to this quiet evermore. I'll imagine us by the window, watching autumn lose its light. Your sleepy eyes beneath the twilight, the room breathing soft and wide. I think the years were always waiting to bring me where you are. After all this time you stayed here like a faithful evening star. So let me rest beside your silence where the old days lose their weight. Would you walk these final seasons and meet the dusk with me each day? The fire grows small between us, still your warmth remains somehow. After all this time you feel like home to me now. Your quiet hands around the teacup, soft steam fading through the room. Outside the tired trees were swaying beneath the cold November moon. The wooden floor complained so gently as you crossed the fading light, and something in your careful silence made the evening rest a while. After all the roads behind me, after seasons lost to rain, I could feel the years grow softer, hearing you say my name. I'll imagine us beside the window, watching embers settle on the street. You in that worn out coat of winter, firelight dancing at your feet. I think the night became less lonely the moment you leaned close to me. So
Would you walk these quiet years with me? Your voice stayed warm against the silence, like a porch light in the cold. The kettle sang between our breathing while the house and dust grew old. I have carried so many winters through the weight of empty rooms, but your eyes beneath the fading gold felt like somewhere to return to. Maybe time was always leading every tired step somehow to this slow and steady comfort, sitting here with you now. I'll imagine us beside the window, autumn resting softly on your hair, two shadows moving through the twilight, like we were always meant to meet there. And when the fire becomes only embers and the evening sky turns blue, if the last light stayed a little longer, could I spend what's left with you? The years no longer feel so heavy when your footsteps cross the hall. Even silence sounds much kinder when your name is in it all. I'll imagine us when winter finds us still sharing quiet after rain, your hand resting close beside me while dusk settles once again. I think the world grew slow and gentle, just enough for us to see. After all this time and weather, you were where the years led me, and the last light stayed a little longer on you and me. The window held the fading gold across the wooden floor, your quiet coat beside the fire felt like it had been here before. We let the kettle cool between us while the winter touched the pane, and your low voice in the half-light made the room feel warm again. The old trees moved beyond the porch light, slowly in the evening blue. After all the roads behind me, I somehow ended here with you. I have walked through colder seasons than these tired hands can say, but your silence beside my shoulder makes the dark feel far away. I'll imagine one more evening with your shadow next to mine, the amber sky resting softly on the wrinkles time designed. I think I could grow old listening to the fire and your breathing too. So stay here while the night comes slowly. Would Would you share these quiet years with me? Your careful hands around the teacup held the last light from the day, and the autumn wind outside us carried all the noise away. I no longer need the thunder or the burning kind of flame, just the comfort of your footsteps returning softly through the rain. The years were only leading me here, to this worn and gentle room, where your tired eyes beside me make the winter feel less blue. I have lost and I have wandered through more nights than I can name. Still your voice beneath the twilight calls me home again and again. I'll imagine one more evening, walking slowly by your side, fallen leaves along the old road, golden in the fading light. I think the seasons kept your place here long before we ever knew. So stay beside me through the cold air. Would you walk the final dusk with me? Maybe love was never shouting, maybe it was always this, two worn souls beside a window, sharing quiet like a hymn. And after every restless winter, after every empty room, time still carried me so gently to this firelight with you. I'll imagine one more evening, after all the years are gone, your warm breath within the stillness, like a slow and faithful song. I think I finally found the harbor that my wandering heart searched through. So stay until the last light softens. Would you let me grow old with you? The night leaned softly on the window, and the fire burned low and true, still warm beneath the quiet darkness. One more evening with you. The cafe lights were turning amber against the early winter rain. Your scarf still carried traces of the cold out on the train. You brushed your hands around the teacup, like warming something more than skin. And your quiet eyes beneath the window let the evening slowly in. Outside, the old trees swayed in silence, their shadows stretching through the square. But the room felt softer somehow, with your voice in the winter air. After all the noise and leaving, after years of closing doors, I did not expect this kind of calm to find me anymore.
I'll imagine us beside the fire while the frost leans on the glass, the last gold falling on your shoulders as another evening passes. I think I could grow used to this stillness, your footsteps moving slow beside me. So let me rest here in your quiet. Would you walk these colder years with me? The wooden floor beneath us creaking like an old familiar song. Neither one of us was searching, still somehow we stayed this long. Your laughter settled through the silence, gentle as the falling dusk, and the space between our tired hearts no longer felt untouched. I'll keep your name where the porch light glows through every hard December wind, because the years were only leading me to this warm and weathered tenderness. Time moves slower near your shadow, like the night does not mind waiting, and every fading light around us feels less afraid of leaving. I'll imagine us beside the fire while the frost leans on the glass, the last gold falling on your shoulders as another evening passes. I think I could grow used to this stillness, your footsteps moving slow beside me. So let me rest here in your quiet. Would you walk these colder years with me? If the snow arrives tomorrow, if the daylight leaves too soon, would you stay until the embers fade and the house falls soft and blue? Your low voice across the silence feels like somewhere I belong, like every winter I survived was trying to lead me home. I'll imagine us in fading weather, still beneath the twilight sky, your worn coat hanging by the doorway while the fire burns low tonight. And when the world grows thin and distant, when the night turns deep and bare, will you stay beside this quiet heart, like your voice in the winter air? The window dimmed with evening snow, the kettle breathing low, and your voice remaining softly long after the wind had gone.
The window held the fading gold across the wooden floor. Your quiet hands around the teacup made the cold feel less severe.
Outside the old trees sway slowly in the early winter air, and something in your tired smile felt like I had been there before. After all the rushing years, after roads that led nowhere, your voice arrives so gently, like firelight in a darkened room. I'll imagine us beside the dusk, watching amber settle on the lake, your coat beside mine in the evening wind, while the last train hums away. I think the years were guiding me through every lonely autumn night. Could you be the season that found me late? Will you walk the fading light with me? The porch light trembled softly as the rain began to slow. You leaned against the doorway like someone time refused to lose. No grand words between us, only silence growing warm, and the room became a shelter the moment you stayed near. I have carried empty winters, rooms that never felt like home, but somehow your low voice made the night feel smaller now. I'll imagine us beside the dusk, sharing quiet bread and coffee steam, autumn resting on your shoulders like a memory finally at peace. I think the years were leading here to this slow and steady kind of light. Could you be the season that found me late? Will you stay when the fire grows small tonight? Maybe love was never meant to arrive in burning youth. Maybe it was always waiting past the noise, beyond the blue. And after all the storms we carried, all the doors we closed behind, the evening placed your hand in mine, as if it knew the way all along. I'll imagine us growing old and quiet, the winter air against the glass, your eyes holding the final gold long after daylight slips away. So let me rest here in your silence, where even loneliness feels kind. Could you be the warmth I come home to? Will you walk these remaining seasons with me? The fire settled into amber, the night moves slow beyond the trees, and your voice stayed in the winter air, like a place the years return to. soft rain fading from the glass. You folded your worn coat slowly, like someone careful with the past. The room was filled with quiet breathing and amber light across the floor. Your tired hands around the teacup made the cold feel far from the door. After all the noise behind us, after roads that led nowhere, your silence in the dim-lit kitchen felt like something meant to stay there. I'll imagine us beside the fire while the autumn wind moves through the trees, your shadow resting close beside me, like the years brought you gently to me. I think the night became much softer the moment your eyes met mine. So would you sit here in this quiet until the fire grows small tonight? Outside, the last train crossed the darkness, leaving silver through the rain. Inside, your low voice near the window made the whole room warm again. I have carried lonely winters and evenings heavy as stone, but your footsteps on the wooden floor sounded strangely close to home. Maybe time was only waiting for our tired hearts to slow, for two souls worn by different seasons to finally share the cold. I'll imagine us beside the fire, watching fading gold along the wall. You with autumn on your shoulders, me forgetting loneliness at all. And when the night turns deep and distant and the air begins to blue, if the last light stays a little longer, could I grow old beside you? The world no longer feels so restless when your breathing fills the dark. Even silence holds a heartbeat when I know just where you are. I'll imagine us beside the fire, winter settling softly at the door. Two old chairs beside the window, not needing anything more. I think the years were always leading every wandering step somehow to this slow and steady comfort of sitting here beside you now. Until the fire grows small, stay here with me a little longer. stop near the river was empty in the fading gold. Your hands were deep inside your pockets against the early evening cold. The last train whispered through the distance, leaves moved softly at our feet, and your low voice beneath the twilight made the restless silence weak. We walked without a reason past the old trees and shuttered stores. The dust kept leaning on your shoulders like it had known you before. And somewhere in that quiet weather, with the winter coming slow, I felt the years inside me settling like tired birds coming home. After all the roads behind us, after every place we've been, maybe hearts grow softer only where the quiet roads meet. I'll imagine us beneath the porch light while the evening settles down. The amber sky caught in your hair as the cold moves through the town. I think I'll picture all these small things, your footsteps keeping pace with mine. So let me stay beside your silence. Would you walk these later nights with me? The cafe windows glowed behind us, warm against the darkening blue. Your coat still carried drops of rainfall and the scent of winter too. You never filled the air with promises. You simply stayed when days grew thin, and somehow that became the closest thing to peace I've ever been in. I'll keep your name beside the fire where the fading light can rest, because the years were not just passing, they were leading to this tenderness. And every lonely road I wandered, every town beneath the rain, feels smaller now beside the comfort of hearing you say my name. Time moves slower near your shadow, like the dust does not want to leave, and all the cold we carried quietly finally starts to breathe. I'll imagine us beneath the porch light while the evening settles down. The amber sky caught in your hair as the cold moves through the town. I think I'll picture all these small things, your footsteps keeping pace with mine. So let me stay beside your silence. Would you walk these later nights with me? If the fire burns a little lower, if the winter comes too soon, would you sit beside me quietly in this dim and gentle room? Because your eyes in fading weather feel like somewhere I can rest, like all my wandering years were trying to bring me here at last. I'll imagine us when snow is falling, still beside the window light, your tired hands around the teacup while the world turns cold outside. And when the night grows deep and distant, when the last train disappears, will you remain where silence softens and the quiet road ends here? The wind moves slowly through the old trees, the porch light flickered gold, and the evening stayed between us like a story finally told. kettle hum beside the window, while the daylight folded slow. Your worn coat hung beside the doorway, like it had always known this home. The evening wind moved through the curtains, soft against the wooden floor. You said my name so quietly, the room felt restless no more. Your tired hands around the teacup held the last of autumn gold, and something in your steady silence felt like a place the years returned to. After all the crowded highways, after every winter storm, time led me through the fading light to somewhere gentle, somewhere warm. I'll imagine us beside the fire, listening to the cold outside, the amber sky resting on your shoulders, while the shadows slowly rise. I think I'll picture these quiet evenings, your low voice settling the dark. So let me stay where the light grows softer. Would you walk these later years with me? The old trees swayed beyond the porch light, like they understood our names, and the rain that gathered on the rooftop sounded softer when you came. Your silence never asked for answers, it only made the night feel kind. Like all the roads I wandered through were only trying to bring me here in time. I'll keep your laughter near the fire, where the winter air can't stay, and trust the years knew long before us we would meet this way someday. After all the restless seasons, after all that slipped away, the last light waited patiently to fall across your face. I'll imagine us beside the fire, listening to the cold outside, the amber sky resting on your shoulders, while the shadows slowly rise. I think I'll picture these quiet evenings, your low voice settling the dark. So let me stay where the light grows softer. Would you walk these later years with me? If the twilight comes a little sooner, if the winter reaches near, would you sit beside me still until the fire burns small and clear? Because your eyes in fading weather feel like somewhere I belong, like all this time was simply leading my tired heart back home. I'll imagine us beyond the autumn, still beneath the evening blue, the last gold resting in the window, turning softly over you. And when the world grows cold and distant, when the night becomes deep and thin, will you remain
like the years returned again. The porch light trembling in the wind, your shadow next to mine, and the evening staying just a little longer. One more time.
Settled on your shoulders like falling gold through quiet trees. Your coat still carried traces of rain and cold wind from the avenue streets. We sat beside the kitchen window while daylight thinned across the floor. The tea grew still between our tired hands, neither of us needing more. After all the restless seasons and the nights that would not end, your low voice in the dimming room felt like somewhere I had been. I'll imagine autumn beside your name, leaves gathering softly around our years. You by the fire in the fading amber, your silence warmer than words appear. I think the dusk was waiting for us somewhere beyond the noise and time. So if the evening road keeps turning, would you walk the rest beside mine? Your footsteps cross the wooden hallway, slow enough to calm the dark. And the porch light through the window left gentle gold upon your arms. I have known rooms full of people, still colder than the winter air, but your quiet eyes at twilight made the whole night easier to bear. Maybe all the years behind us were only leading to this door. Two worn hearts learning slowly how to rest a little more. I'll imagine autumn beside your name, old trees bending in the evening wind, your hand resting close beside mine, like it always should have been. And when the fire grows small and distant, and winter reaches through the blue, if the last light stays upon us, could I spend these quiet years with you? The world no longer rushes through me when your breathing fills the room. Even silence sounds much softer underneath the amber moon. I'll imagine autumn beside your name, still glowing softly after rain. Two shadows leaning near the window, watching dusk return again. I think time became much kinder alive just before night. And autumn stayed beside your name, like the last warm light before the cold came. Rain had settled on the rooftop, like old thoughts refusing sleep. You stood quietly by the doorway, with autumn gathered at your feet. The room was dim except the firelight, flickering soft against your face. Something in your tired smile made the whole night slow its pace. After years of passing strangers and evenings colder than they seemed, your low voice across the silence felt kinder than my memory. I'll imagine us after the rainfall, walking slowly down the fading street, your hand brushing lightly past mine, while dust bends softly through the trees. I think the world grew warm around us, like fire returning to the cold. So if these quiet seasons keep turning, would you stay until we both grow old? Your coat still carried winter weather, and the scent of distant rain. We sat beside the fogged up window, watching headlights blur again. I have known the weight of empty houses and mornings hard enough to break, but your silence beside the teacup felt like something time would save. Maybe every storm I walked through, every road that led nowhere, was only time preparing me to finally find you here. I'll imagine us after the rainfall, porch light glowing through the blue, two shadows leaning near the doorway, like the years were guiding us to truth. And when the fire burns down to embers and the night air turns to snow, if you're quiet, I still find me. Could I be the warmth you come home to? The wind outside no longer scares me when your footsteps cross the floor. Even silence feels less empty than any crowded room before. I'll imagine us after the rainfall, still sitting near the twilight glass, autumn sleeping on your shoulders, while another season softly passes. I think the years became much gentler the moment your hand rested near mine. After all this wondering where dusk lay softly on your shoulders, like autumn resting after rain. Your worn-out coat beside the doorway carried traces of the cold again. We said very little in the kitchen while the kettle breathed between our hands, and your quiet eyes across the firelight felt like something time had planned. Outside, the last train crossed the darkness past the old trees near the road, but here the room stayed warm and golden, like a place my heart had always known. I have wandered through long winters, through empty rooms and restless years. Still your voice beneath the evening turns the silence into shelter here. I'll imagine us in twilight, growing older by this glow, your shadow moving near the window while the evening settles slow. I think the years were gently leading both our tired hearts right through to this quiet light between us, the light we came home to. The wooden floor remembered footsteps softly fading toward the hall, and your laughter in the half-light made the room feel safe and small. I no longer chase the thunder or the blaze that burns too bright, just your warm breath in the winter air and your hand beside mine at night. After all the roads behind us, after every season gone, somehow time kept one last porch light waiting for us all along. I have carried old tomorrows like stones beneath my skin, but your silence by the fire lets the softer days begin. I'll imagine one more autumn, leaves of amber at our feet, your low voice beneath the cold wind turning every dust to peace. I think the world grew slow enough now for two weathered souls to see that the warmth we spent our whole lives seeking was waiting quietly. Maybe love becomes much smaller than the dreams we used to chase, just a chair pulled close beside you and the last light on your face. And maybe all the years we carried, every wound and every bruise, were only roads that led us gently to this evening we could choose. I'll imagine us still sitting when the fire has fallen low, the winter air against the window and your hand I've come to know. I think I finally found the harbor after all the storms I knew, so stay with me until the darkness. Would you walk these quiet years through? The night leaned softly through the curtains. The old house held a faithful hue, and there beneath the fading amber was the light we came home to. Your worn coat by the doorway still carried traces of rain. The kettle hung between us in the dim and amber shade. Outside, the late leaves wandered down the quiet evening street, while your slow voice crossed the silence soft as tired footsteps home. I have known rooms full of people that somehow still felt cold, but your silence beside mine made the dark feel less alone. I'll imagine us beneath the dusk, watching winter gather at the glass, the fire resting low between our hands, while the old clock whispers past. I think the years were guiding me through every restless road I crossed. Could you stay until the last light fades, still warm beneath the dusk with me? The porch light touched your tired eyes like evening settling on the lake, and the lines time left upon your face felt gentle in the fading gold. No need for grand confessions, no thunder in the air, only your breath beside the window and the comfort of you there. After all the noise of younger days, after all the doors gone dark, your quiet way of staying feels like something built to last. I'll imagine us beneath the dusk, walking slowly through the autumn wind, your hand brushing softly against mine, like a promise without words. I think the years return me here, to this calm I never thought I'd find. Could you be the warmth I come home to? Will you walk these evening roads a while? Maybe love grows differently after seasons wear us thin, not sudden like a summer storm, but steady as a fire within. And after every lonely winter, every mile we carried through, the fading sky became a doorway leading quietly to you. Us when snow arrives, the window silver in the night, your voice still low beside the fire, your shadow moving in the light. So let me rest here in your quiet, where the could you stay through all the coming cold, still warm beneath the dusk with me? The evening wind grew softer, the fire settled into gold, and somewhere in the falling night, our tired hearts let go of being alone.